I think sports really paves the way on how you are later on in life. Also, just we're small businesses, but we're doing big things. So don't think about it too much. Just kind of go for it. You've got what it takes. If somebody else is doing it, why not you?
Imagine growing up playing sports, but you have a dream to be an entrepreneur.
This is She Means Business. A podcast created for women building real legacies. Here, stories meet strategy. We spotlight the people behind the brands, the decisions behind the success, and the lessons you can actually use. You will learn tools, resources, and honest conversations from founders, leaders, and visionaries shaping what business looks like now. If you're building something that matters, you are in the right place. Welcome to She Means Business.
Hi, I'm Jennifer Gonzalez with Sports HighlightHER and She Means Business magazine. And today we have Stephanie Panameno.
Yes, hi. Thank you for having me.
Yes, and Stephanie Panameno, you own Luna Divina within the downtown Container Park.
I do.
And then you also help out with Single, permanent jewelry.
Yes.
So go ahead and just tell me a little bit about yourself.
Okay, so I am 27 years old. I am a Salvadorian business entrepreneur. I started Luna Divina back in 2020, and I've been doing it for quite a while, and then I also do the permanent jewelry. I manage all the Sinlo Coast stores, I'm in the process of also opening up an arcade, and I'm super excited.
You are a busy girl.
Busy girl, yes.
And you're 27.
I'm 27.
That is amazing.
Thank you. I appreciate it.
That is a shout out to all of our young entrepreneurs. You don't have to have a certain age or be a certain age to have a dream and start your business.
Absolutely.
Right?
Yes.
So we're gonna go back in time a little bit and talk about little Stephanie.
Yeah.
Okay.
Gotcha. Yeah. Let's talk about it.
And I know we got to chat for a second, and then you said that sports. You did play soccer?
Yes, I played soccer since I was 4.
Okay.
And I started playing soccer and I stopped around 15.
Okay.
And then in high school, I did play volleyball as well. So I did sports most of my life.
Okay. So talk a little bit about what sports did for you and kind of the DNA it created to filter into developing an entrepreneur spirit.
Absolutely. So I will say sports is a very you have to be disciplined, it's a big thing about being disciplined and also kind of pushing yourself to be better. I do think that that's a big role in how I am today. Okay. It's kind of just being very disciplined and making sure that things are getting done, Absolutely. So I think sports really paves the way on how you are later on in life. Also just kind of being very confident within yourself and being able to be outgoing. Once you're little, you're kind of you make so many friends, you meet so many people, and you kind of get out of your shell a little bit.
Absolutely. Now with Luna Divina, were you always interested in trinkets and accessories, or go back to COVID 2020? So that was during that time, right?
Yes.
Whenever people were having ideas. How did that come about for you?
So it actually back in 2020, so it was kind of a weird time. We all know COVID happened. Yeah. And I will be mentioning my mom a lot in this whole story because
love her mom.
Yes.
She's amazing.
My mom is my biggest supporter in life, so she's always been there. But back in she was kind of encouraging me. She's we need to do something, let's do something, figure out something, some online business, something. And I was okay. So I started looking on TikTok, and we were kind of just I was looking for ideas, and at the time, self-defense keychains were really in style. So I don't know if you guys know about that, but it's kind of pepper sprays, all of that stuff. And basically, I started an e-commerce website. It was at the time called Salvaje, actually.
Okay.
And
for non-Spanish, what does that mean?
Yes, so it means savage.
Okay,
yeah. I love some always putting in a little Spanish spice into there.
Yeah, for sure.
But yes, so I started basically a online business, and it did really well. I did TikTok, and then it popped off on TikTok, and we started getting a lot of orders in. Then Luna Divina came about. Luna Divina was in only a jewelry business at the time.
Okay.
E-commerce website as well, and we were just getting our orders in. So that's how it first started. Then came around, should I just go full story?
Yeah.
So then I came right around there was a hard time where I was just doing online websites, but 2021 kind of came around, and me and my mom got in a car accident where we kind of lost our jobs. We weren't able to do the same things that we were doing. I was a server for like 7 years. I started at a very young age being a server, so it was kind of hard not being able to go back. But we were just doing online, and at the time I had a lot of free time. And my aunt at the same time was starting Sinlow. So at that time, she kind of asked me, she was like, can you come on board? Let's start doing Sinlow Co., which is permanent jewelry. So all of these like little bracelets and stuff, that's what I do.
Awesome.
So yeah,
so pretty.
Thank you. So at that time when I started, she was still in her. So she had her still her what's it called? Sorry. She was still in her normal job. Yeah, normal job. She was still working. Yeah. So I was able to really take care of Sinlow, and that's where all started. So Sinlow kind of grew pretty quick, and there is 3 locations now. But at the time, first location was actually inside of the Container Park downtown.
Yeah. Me and Mom were talking yesterday. It was like literally like this closet space.
Yes.
Where like 2 little tables and then like little workers like working on jewelry, and I remember that.
Yes, it was literally 2 desks and then all the jewelry on the side. And I actually sold Luna inside of Sinlow for the longest time. Yes. Once there was more spots open inside of the Container Park, Sinlow moved to the second floor and into a bigger spot, and then gradually moved downstairs to the first floor. When she left the second spot, I was like, okay, I think it's time that Luna has its own spot. So we moved in to Luna Divina, which was on so it was Suite 2320 upstairs at the Container Park. And that's when it started. Yeah.
Oh, very cool. Now, talk through that adversity, right? You and Mom get in a car accident.
Yes.
Things aren't looking great. How did you persevere through that? Like, what really gave you the encouragement to go, you know what, it's okay. We're going to power through this and even come out better.
Yeah, absolutely. It was a really difficult time. And I was kind of like, it was doing good online and we were really excited about that. But at the same time, it just wasn't cutting it, Yeah. So we had to, be really creative and just kind of put ourselves out there. I had to put myself out there, constantly be doing pop-ups and trying to grow the business in that way. That was a huge part of it. So we did it, and it's done really well.
And I love that, though, because I think that as entrepreneurs, we face a lot of adversity, and then people look at it as like failure or a step back when it's an opportunity to move forward.
Absolutely,
right? And I commend you and applaud you and Mom.
Thank you. yes.
For doing that. Talk a little bit about that dynamic with you and your mom, because I've had a lot of conversations, and she loves you, and I think it's important, especially when you're growing something with business and something that you're passionate about, to have that group and that cheerleader, and that hype person to go like, yes,
Absolutely.
You got this.
Yeah. So my mom's my biggest supporter. She was a single mom. It was me and my 2 brothers, and she was always the woman and the man of the house. Like, she did everything. So I think I had really good bases. I had really powerful women in my life. My mom was an entrepreneur when she was younger. So we had a business when I was literally so small. So I always saw that part, of wanting to do something different and just pretty
not
much
9 to 5.
Yeah, not 9 to 5, making your own schedule, all of that. I also, Cindy, which is my aunt, she also is a big part of that too. She is an entrepreneur, so I've always had those guidances. Awesome. But my mom, she is my biggest supporter, I love her. We are besties. That is my favorite person in this world.
That is amazing.
Yeah.
Okay, awesome. We're going to shift gears a little bit and talk about this permanent jewelry, because I know it's a newer thing, then it's like a trending thing. So with she's your aunt.
Yeah.
How did that develop? Did she always like permanent jewelry, or how did that happen?
So Sinlow Co. was an e-commerce website, just regular jewelry. Same thing, TikTok.
Okay.
So Cindy was looking on
TikTok.
TikTok. Cindy was looking just on TikTok and saw the permanent jewelry. Okay. It hadn't taken off at that point. You couldn't really find it in Vegas.
No, I remember.
This was about 3 years ago. So you couldn't really find it in Vegas, but she kind of was like, okay, I'm going to get the machines and we're going to like try it. I was her test monkey. I have her very first bracelet that she ever did. Like, you know, I was like, okay, let's do it. She almost burned me a few times and then we got good, you know? We got good. So she taught me and it's grown into being a beautiful thing. It really just like boomed.
Okay. With permanent jewelry, is it only bracelets or like what is the options for that?
So you can do anything, honestly. So we can do necklaces, bracelets, anklets, waist chains. So if you come with us with an idea, we can do it.
I love that.
Yeah, literally.
Okay. Just because I'm thinking when I'm playing basketball, this might not be the best fit, but and I saw that also too that there's also sports athletes that are looking into permanent jewelry and doing those types of things.
So a big thing, if we do have athletes that come in and want to get permanent jewelry, we just let them know that you usually have to tape it up.
Okay.
Yeah, that's always what we hear for like cheerleading or basketball players, whatever it is. We actually had a big basketball player from the Ace teams. Yeah, she came in. And she came and got her permanent anklet with us. Yeah.
Okay, so that's smart.
Yeah, absolutely.
I love it. Shout out Las Vegas Aces, Asia Wilson. So we're gonna we'll rapid fire some things. What's your favorite personal style with your permanent jewelry? Like, what do you?
I am a very mixed metal girly. So I have my gold hand and I have my silver hand. So, and that's everything. My anklets too.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm very much, I love jewelry. So I'm a big girl with jewelry.
Okay.
Yeah.
So I was going to ask gold or silver, but you could do both.
Yeah. You can do both. Absolutely.
Okay. And then do you like to go minimal, bold?
I feel like I have a good, I like dainty, but I do go a little bold because I have a lot of pieces.
Okay.
Yeah.
And what's one trend you'll never let go of?
Ooh, one trend I'll never let go of. And jewelry-wise?
Yeah, we'll go jewelry and we'll go with Luna Divina too, like accessory-wise.
Okay, definitely. So hand chains. Never will let go of my hand chains. I love the hand chains. Yeah.
Okay. Now you are opening up another store within the Container Park.
Yes.
Let's talk a little bit about that.
Absolutely. So I'll be opening up Luna Divina Arcade in 2026.
Awesome.
Yeah.
Now that's going to be on the second floor?
Yes, second floor of the Container Park. So it's going to be 2 suites.
Okay.
We're breaking down the wall, and it'll be both suites we're combining. Yeah.
Awesome. Now within the arcade, talk a little bit about the demographic that you're trying to reach and the vibe. Now it is Luna Divina branded.
Yes.
So are you going to have like trinkets out? Like talk to me a little bit about that.
So it is going to be, so we're going to have some claw machines. We will have trinkets inside of the claw machines. So like Sunny Angels, Labubus, all the ones that we like. But we also will have arcade machines as well. Okay. So we're going to have like a boxing machine. We'll be having skee ball. We'll be having Pac-Man, all of those fun. But they're for everybody, honestly. I feel like it's going to be for kids, but as well adults. I am a good and fan of like claw machines, and just arcades in general. Like if there's a good arcade, I'll go and play for sure.
Awesome.
Yeah.
Well, I'm excited for that.
Yes.
I did also want to chat about, because we're big on community as well. And I know we didn't even really mention this in our conversation, but you guys partner with EJ and Shop Mama Sage, and you
all
do
the time.
like a sip and paint. And so talk a little bit about how Luna Divina plays into building community.
Absolutely. So we're huge. I mean, we love the Container Park. You know this. We're very big fans of the Container Park, and it just is such a great place for families and everybody. But yes, we're always doing events with EJ. We have one coming up. It's going to be our Sunny Angel keychain event, which we're super excited about. But we're always there trying to make Container Park better and making sure people find out of the Container Park, bringing people in and supporting each other. We're all small businesses at the end of the day, so we're all doing the same thing. So it's just an awesome community.
Absolutely.
For sure.
Talk a little bit, because I've seen it on social media and these events that are bringing women together, and it's such a great visual to see women coming together, doing something that they love or something that they're passionate about. Give me a little bit of details about what these events look like. Yeah,
so we basically, depending on the event, but it's a bunch of girls. We either do like our sip and paints, like you said. People come in, we'll they'll have like some fun drinks. We'll talk about talk amongst each other. You will paint, and then they'll get their trinkets. I always am popping up with Luna, so we have tons of trinkets for everybody. You know, it's such a thing right now, and we love it. I have my whole trinket shelf at home, so I mean, yeah. So it's such a girly pop community, and we all come over and we have a great time. We love it. Yeah.
Awesome. What's your favorite part of like seeing that come to fruition? You know, watching Luna Divina come, Shop Mama Sage, and Single all coming together. Like, what is your moment and what's your feeling whenever you just like take a step back and you're like, man, we did this. Like, talk about that.
Yeah, absolutely. It's amazing. It's amazing to see. At the end of the day, we're small businesses, but we're doing big things. So it's awesome to see all of us come together. We're pulling a crowd, you know, and people are loving it. And that's what it's all about. We want to have a place where people come in and they feel seen, they feel happy, you know, we're having a good time, we're making friends, you know, at the same time kind of networking, everything, it all plays a part into it.
Thank you to our partners who make these conversations possible.
Hi, and we're back on Sports Highlight Her. I'm Jennifer Gonzalez, and we have Miss Stephanie Panameno, the beautiful, talented entrepreneur. We're going to talk a little bit more about Luna Divina and the brand. Now, what makes your trinket and accessories more unique, I guess, compared to, you know, just buying off of Amazon? Like, what differentiates you from them?
Absolutely. So we definitely take our time to make sure we find the perfect products. These aren't products that you can just look up and you're just going to find. We really take our time. It's hours and hours of looking for the right products and the right characters, because we really try to bring in a lot of, you know, your favorite childhood memories, childhood characters into the store. You go in, the whole point of Luna is like going in, no matter your age, you'll find something that you like, you know, something that like just brings you to a happier time in life. So we definitely take our time, make sure every piece in Luna is very unique compared to just anything you can just buy off of Amazon, you know?
Absolutely. And I've been in the store, I've talked to Mom.
Yes.
And everything is very curated, right?
Yes.
Like you're saying, where it's, and I also chatted with her that you really look into feedback from customers. Absolutely. If someone says like, oh, do you have this? Then you guys really like brainstorm and go, okay, can 100%. We get this and what this looks like? Now, how do you balance that creativity with the business side of your entrepreneurship?
Definitely. Can you rephrase that
I
question?
guess like, whenever you're like looking in that creative, like because you are so hands-on with everything, right?
Yes.
Like how can you split like being creative with your logistics part of like doing inventory and things like that? Is it a lot of support, or do you have like a system, or is it kind of just like we're going with the flow?
Yeah, we definitely go with the flow. I do think like I said, me and my mom, we're a great team.
Yeah.
So a lot of the times, like I'll be looking and brainstorming. Okay, what should we bring in? What characters are we missing, or people are asking for? So sometimes I'll find really cool stuff, and I'm like, okay, let's order it. Or sometimes she'll find really cool stuff, and I'm like, oh, I love that. Yeah. So it is a team effort for sure. So I wouldn't take all the credit. My mom is definitely there a lot.
Mom is great.
Mom
Have a
is
great
awesome.
Mom.
Yes, for sure.
That's the cheat trip.
Yes.
What was your biggest lesson in that first year of business ownership? Like as you're navigating like this new, okay, I have this dream, I have this idea. What's your biggest lesson, or someone that's just starting out? What would you say?
Just go for it.
Okay.
I think that's the biggest thing, is you have to go for it. Self-doubt is always going to be there. Definitely, you know, just being scared, because I for sure was like, oh my God, what if it doesn't work out, you know? But at the end of the day, you just have to go for it. Same thing with like the arcade. It's not a field that I've been in, but I see the dream. I feel like it's the perfect thing to go into Container Park, and I think it goes hand in hand with Luna, and it's going to be amazing. Yeah, and that's all you can do. Just like, you know, just not have self-doubt. You know, it's hard to say, you know, we all struggle with that, but at the end of the day, just go for it.
Absolutely. And I see, I follow you guys on social, and you're doing a great job as far as like creating content. How do you create content, and what are your ideas for that whenever you're incorporating the store and creating content?
Definitely just trying to stay with like, the times. Yeah, trends. It's always, there's always a new trend coming out. So we always have to be staying on top of that. But yeah, just having the days where we come in and we just have fun with it as well,
Awesome.
Add your own little spice to it.
What does a just typical day look like for you now, knowing that how busy you are, how many hands you have in different pots? What does it look like for you?
Ooh, busy days for sure. Busy days, early mornings and really late nights. Okay. So yeah, I'm always at Sinlow. There's a lot going on with Sinlow as well. We're launching piercings for Sinlow right now as well. So, and me and my aunt are the only ones that are going to be certified piercers for the company. So it is working constantly for Sinlow, but also getting home and prepping. Always either prepping for the store, restocking, or prepping for events, because we're always trying to get out there and do markets and get the name out. So it's just constantly go, 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 Yeah.
Awesome. And what challenges have you faced? Is there like a big challenge as not just a woman, but minority woman, in entrepreneurship? Like, what is the biggest challenge that you feel like you faced?
Ooh, the biggest challenge I faced. Definitely just trying to get out there and just feeling seen. I feel like at the same time, sometimes it's like hard, you're just like, you're not just, you want to be your own person at the end of the day, and you really want to get out there and you want to show people that I'm not just whatever, like I am somebody that wants to be seen and somebody that I can do business. And I'm young too. I think that's a big thing. People doubt me because I'm young, but at the end of the day, I can do it. I can put myself out there and I can succeed.
That's awesome. Yeah. Did you face anything like specific, like within, getting the licensing, or has anyone like specifically said like, oh, you're too young, or anything like that? Or you could just kind of like feel that whenever you're talking to people?
Yeah. Sometimes I just feel like, people just don't think that you know what you're talking about, or if you're like, sometimes I just think that it's hard to really just have your voice out there, And and I just want to make sure, just because we're young and just because I'm new to this stuff doesn't mean that I don't know what I'm talking about,
Absolutely. And do you feel like that as you're growing in this entrepreneurship that you have that support, or do you get like a lot of pushback? Because I know typically as women, sometimes it's like yes, but then sometimes other women are like no.
Yeah, for sure.
You can feel like, oh, they're cheering for me, but are they really cheering for me?
Absolutely.
Yeah.
I think as you grow in business as well, you definitely get that pushback. Okay. You get those relationships where you're like, oh, they used to be so much your friends, but at the same time, are they really, because absolutely. At the end of the day, people really like you until you're doing better than them. Absolutely. And that's a huge thing that happens. Yeah. So you really see people's colors, and you really see who are actually there to support, and that's an awesome thing, because at the end of the day, you want to weasel the ones that don't want to support you, and the ones that are going to be true to you and actually love to see you succeed, they'll stay around.
Absolutely. Yeah. And how you navigate that, right? Whenever you as a younger entrepreneur, how do you just get through that specifically? Like, are you just like, just so to give some insight, right, to a newer entrepreneur as they're like finding out who my real friends are and who my real supporters are? Is it kind of like just like I'm just gonna block them off, or like what does that look like for you?
For me, I definitely, once I start feeling it out, I create distance. It's just how it is. No hard feelings. It is what it is. I hope you're doing well, but at the end of the day, we just create distance. I don't have so much time to be like keeping up with everybody as well. The people that want to stay in my life will keep up with me and like be there, and they'll understand. I don't have all the time in the world. Right. I can't go and like still do my fun things where I would go out and party and like be with my, old friends. Right. At the end of the day, they'll understand. You're a busy girl. Yeah.
And you got stuff to do.
You got stuff to, yeah, absolutely.
You do it. Now, how would you define success in this season of your life, right? You talked about, going through COVID and having ideas, and now that you're growing and building community, what does success look like for you?
Success, I mean, we're on the route to success right now. I've been so successful and I'm happy where I am, but it's always finding a new way to grow, for sure. And right now that the arcade is coming, I'm super excited, and I can just see, the light at the end of the tunnel. And you look back and you're like, wow, I was really struggling at a point, like we didn't know what way was right, and there's risks that we were like, okay, is this gonna even make it even worse for us?
Right.
But at the end of the day, there are risks that needed to be taken, and they've really paid off. And I'm a huge believer in my faith, and I will say everything that has happened in my life has been paved out just beautifully.
Amen.
Yes, absolutely.
Amen. I love that. Now, what advice would you give to women who want to start a business but feel maybe scared about it?
Yeah, I say just go for it. Just full send it. You know, it's gonna be scary, but at the end of the day, if you don't risk, you're not gonna get, like, you know, you're not gonna succeed. So you just risk it. I promise you. Sometimes, you know, it takes time as well. You know, you can try as many times, but don't let it knock you down. Just keep going.
Awesome. Now, what legacy are you hoping to that your brand leaves behind? When we talk about legacy, I know you're a little bit younger, but it's all good. I know you're a visionary. Like, whenever you picture like 10, 15 years from now, like, where do you hope Luna Divina is, and where do you hope Sinlo is, and even the arcade?
Absolutely. I hope that they're huge companies in the future. At the end of the day, I want them to really grow and make a name out there, you know? And at the end of the day, I would love to just have a full team where, you know, I'm able to step back a little bit, but be able to see it just grow and continue to grow and blossom. I would love to take, I'm Salvadorian, I said this earlier, but I would love to take Luna Divina to El Salvador and like kind of do something out there and just let it grow.
That is amazing.
That would be, I would love that. Yeah.
Let's get it to El Salvador.
Yeah, absolutely.
Now, how important it is to you to empower other women, right? To make them feel seen. I know within this, you know, trinkets and accessories and even Sinlo, like getting a new piece of jewelry, like what that does for your confidence and being able to express yourself. What does that mean to you?
Oh, it's huge. I love to see just women glowing, you know, at the end of the day. When they come in and they get their trinkets, they love it. I mean, we love to see them. We'll do little unboxings right there and then, and people really glow from it. And it's like something, just, they're little things, but at the end of the day, they're just, it's like a little gift to you, you know? And I just want them to, just love it at the end of the day.
That.
Yeah.
A gift to you,
a
to
gift
celebrate
to you.
Yourself, right?
Celebrate yourself.
I don't need somebody to give me something.
Absolutely, yes. And you should always be celebrating yourself.
Yes.
100%.
Gift yourself.
Yes.
I love that. Let's see. Now, what reminder would you give the woman who still may be doubting herself today?
Just keep believing in yourself. Don't knock yourself down. I know that self-doubt is really, really hard at the end of the day to get out of, but don't think about it too much. Just kind of go for it. You got what it takes. If somebody else is doing it, why not you?
Okay. So any last words or anything you want to leave imparting on all of the things that you're doing that you would give a shout out? Or
Yeah, absolutely. Well, come check us out, Luna Divina. We are on the first floor of the Container Park, and definitely 2026, the arcade Luna Divina Co. is coming as well, the arcade. And Sinlo Co. is also inside of the Container Park. So it's a one-stop shop. Come in, literally Luna Divina, arcade, and Sinlo. And Mama Sage and everybody that's in the park, obviously.
Awesome.
Yeah.
Speaking of checking out, we want to talk about just a little bit one of our business owners that our She Means Business magazine is out. Make sure you check that out. And for sure, I want to thank you so much, Stephanie, for coming in. You're such a bright light. I'm so excited for you. And you young, but you powerful, girl.
Yes.
Keep doing your thing.
Thank you.
So I am Jennifer Gonzalez. I got to shout out my guys, Jace, Jackson, James, and God. All glory to God. Amen.
Yes,
so
absolutely.
Make sure you
Always.
check us out next time on Sports Highlight Her with She Means Business magazine.
Thank you for watching. See you all in the next episode of the She Means Business podcast. Hasta pronto.